Hi, my name's Grant McQuilkin from ICCG, and we're in the middle of doing a small series on the process that we go through in buying and selling a company. And last video ended up where we had accomplished an LOI, a letter of intent, which is a signed and accepted offer. It's not really binding for the most part, but now we get into the next step, and that's why we have Mason McFarland on our team here, because he is coordinator extraordinaire of our due diligence process, where the buyer is now validating his offer over a period of time. Mason, what does that look like?
Yeah, so you're going to get a request list. And I remember the first time I got the request list, I mean, it's 200 or more line items of request. And it's really overwhelming. It was overwhelming for me the first time. And so the first thing that we like to do is go through the request and see what's not applicable to the business. Most of the time, these things are generated off of a website or whatever, and so most of it isn't going to have anything to do with the business. So we like to go through and make it as less overwhelming for the business owner as we can.
The example of that is sometimes they ask questions about real estate, and there's no real estate involved in the business, but they've copied that list and they just send it hunting information, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've got the list. We go through, we mark off what's not applicable, and then you delegate it to the appropriate people, whether it's us or whether it is a staff of the client, and then they give you information. What do we do with that list now?
Yeah, so the first thing that we do with the list is we delegate tasks, either on our team or on the staff of the business that we're working with. From there, we set up our internal system, server, Dropbox, whatever it may be, to populate those requests. And so as the information comes in, we will go through and make sure that what has been requested and what we have received fulfills the request. And so the business or the group that we're working with may have their own Dropbox or software that they like to use, and so we make sure everything's validated and send it to them. And also, if the information needs to be sanitized, there are things like employee names, customers. We'll work through to clean that up.
A lot of times, the information we get is not labeled the way it's requested.
Yeah.
So you organize it and make sure that the process is efficient, so that the buyer understands exactly what they've got.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, our goal is to give the buyer exactly what they need in order to not just validate the offer, but we have learned from dealing with some buyers that they are wanting to make sure that, especially if they're buying a part of the business, they want to make sure that there are no gotchas in the partnership going forward, right? And so the process is a little bit onerous at best, but it's what the buyer needs in order to get to that next stage, which is doing the definitive documents, right? That's when lawyers get involved, preparing documents. The buyer's spending money on lawyers, and so those documents now are different depending on the deal. It could be an asset purchase, could be a stock purchase, could be a promissory note, could be collateral agreements, guarantees, all kinds of documents. But that information we just gathered in the due diligence process also helps us in the definitive documents, doesn't it?
Yeah, it helps us fulfill the schedules that are at the end of all those documents.
Right. So a lot of times that information that you're gathering, we've got our one eye on it saying, okay, we need to remember we got that information because that's going to go as part of the purchase document to memorialize what we've given them. Right. And so at the end of that process is closing.
Yeah.
We go to close. and then we celebrate.
It's time to celebrate.
It's time to party. We get excited when we close, and it's not just because we've done our job. I think we get excited because our client has accomplished their goals, and there's still lots of work to do after that. We still have to then post-closing adjustments, and again, all that information that we've just done really helps us in the process. Again, thank you for joining us. We hope that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we look forward to seeing you at our table. Cheers.
Hey, thanks for joining Grant, Dave, and the rest of our team today. My name is Andrew, and I'm with the business development side of ICCG. If you have any questions or want to talk to somebody on our team, please visit our website, follow the directions there. I'll most likely be the one to respond, so look forward to hearing from you. Before you go, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you next time.